Glad to have you with us from the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, and Hancock-Whitney Stadium. An opportunity to finish the season on a high note in the 68 Ventures Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Wyoming Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, Coach Sawville told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Sooners offense will go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Snagged in the middle. It's Zategna.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just keeps slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Harris. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple points.
The unproductive first down completion now brings up 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cowboys offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
Looking to pass, it's Hughes. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. On target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this O.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And he can't connect on the throw, it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running to Green. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Just feeds the running back. And he could not get loose on the run.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Got his man. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Gets rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running inside, it's Harris. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. But with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not full, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football. The defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut on them.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires on the move, and it's incomplete on 3rd down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Harris. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Back to throw, it's Hughes. Finds the tight end. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
They give it to him again. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The run inside. It's Harris. Got a little grass. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
On the run, it's Harris. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Looking downfield, it's Hughes. He's got it down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. A run for the quarterback. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Picks up the first down. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And you gotta love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Sooners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners are rolling down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Here's a heat. On target over the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the 1st down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Keeps it on 1st down. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run pitch by this defense.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Sategna. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Here's a give to Robinson. Makes it past the marker. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
Makes a man miss. Working the middle, it's complete. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Using his legs to buy some time. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And the kicker will try to give them a little more cushion on this lead. And he got it! And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Holman.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Hughes. He's taking a deep shot. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got him. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their 3rd. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Dropping back, it's Hughes. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
And the Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it, a late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. They've got the score, 13 seconds to play, and now they have to recover the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.